Hi, hello everyone. My name is Jo and I'm an independent cloud consultant based in Sydney, Australia. This is a series of videos where we will go through questions which are very similar to Azure AI-102 certification. I'll explain in detail each and every options and figure out the correct answer. So if you're preparing for AI-102 certification, join me in this video. Now, a basic knowledge of Azure AI services will help you to better understand these questions. Now, regarding me, I watched one training to prepare for the exam. From watching this training, I got insights on different Azure AI services, what are those services used for, how to create them, and much more. So, if you're preparing for your Azure AI-102 certification, I would highly recommend you this training. The link to this training will be given in the description box below. Now, to the question. You are assigned a new job to develop an app that will be used in motor vehicles, which make use of the text-to-speech functionality of Azure AI Speech service. How can you optimize text-to-speech voice quality for the app using SSML? First, let us break down the question. What are the keywords present in the question? So we are developing an app for motor vehicles. So the app will be used in motor vehicles, and the app will make use of text-to-speech functionality of Azure AI Speech. So the service which we have to use is Azure AI Speech service, and it is used to convert text to speech or for speech synthesis. And our aim is to optimize the text-to-speech voice quality for the app using SSML. We have to optimize the voice quality and we have to use SSML. So first we have to understand what is SSML. Now let us get into the documentation. What is SSML? Speech Synthesis Markup Language or SSML is an XML based markup language that you can use to fine-tune your text-to-speech output attributes such as pitch, pronunciation, speaking rate, volume, and more. So it is a markup language and it can be used to fine-tune your text-to-speech output. So to better understand that, we can look at few examples. So SSML is used to create more human-like speech from the model. So you can define the name, style, role, etc. to the speech output. We can adjust the speaking rate, pitch, volume, and even the emotions of the speech output. That is what is SSML. So here, this is an example of an SSML. So here, we are telling that the voice name should be that of English US AVA. So it will produce the voice of this model AVA. And here we give the text which we need to convert into speech. So this will create a ladylike speech or a ladylike voice. And if you further go down, you can use your custom neural voice. And also you can give effect to the voice. And in SSML, you can create multi-turn conversation. So for first dialogue, you can give the speaker should be AVA. You have to use this voice present in the model. And the next sentence, you have to use this voice, that of a guy. You can create multi-turn conversation using this SSML. And you can add styles and role. Now what is that? So here, if we come here, you can add style is sad. So you have to speak this very sadly. And the style degree should be 2. You have to speak this text with an emotion of sadness. That is what it says. So it can be happy, angry, anything. And we can assign a role to that voice like girl, boy, young adult female, older adult female, like that. So that is what is SSML. To add human-like characteristics to the output, we use SSML. Now, what are voice elements? At least one voice element must be specified within each SSML speak element. This element determines the voice that is used for text to speech. So here in the attribute effect, we can see car, bus, and other enclosed automobiles. So we can read this further. The audio effect processor that is used to optimize the quality of the synthesized speech output for specific scenarios on devices. For example, the synthesized speech from a car speaker might sound dull and muffled due to environmental factors such as speaker response, room reverberation, and background noise. The passenger might have to turn up the volume to hear more clearly. To avoid manual operations in such scenario, the audio effect processor can make the sound clearer by compensating the distortion of playback. And these are the supported values. EQ underscore car optimize the auditory experience when providing high fidelity speech in cars, buses, and other enclosed automobiles. Now, this is how we use it. So in this SSML file, we have passed the voice name, and here as an effect, we have to provide EQ underscore car. So the speech generated will be adjusted with the environment of a car or an automobile. Now let us get back to the question. So in the question, the first option is the style attribute of the mstts express as element. So let us see what is the style attribute. So in this documentation, we can say about the style attribute. By default, neural voices have a neutral speaking style. You can adjust the speaking style, style degree, and role at the sentence level. So style is an attribute, and you can express emotions like cheerfulness, empathy, calmness, etc. using this attribute. So for example, here we can see the style is used. So it is for giving sentiment to the speech. That is what style is used, and it is passed an attribute. And we have to use the mstts express as element for this. So what is mstts? It's Microsoft text to speech and express as. Now let us get back to the question. Now option C is mstts embedding element. Embedding element is used to add custom neural voice. So here if we search for embedding, you use this embedding element to specify the speaker profile ID property of a personal voice. It is a custom neural voice that's trained on your own voice or your customer's voice. So that is what we use this element for in SSML. Now the final option is use volume attribute in prosody element. Now what is that? So again, we can search in the documentation. Adjust prosody. You can use the prosody element to specify changes to pitch, counter, range, rate, and volume for the text-to-speech output. So it is to adjust the volume, pitch, and all those attributes of the output speech. That is what it is used for. Now back to the question. So to adjust the voice quality in motor vehicles, we have to use the effect attribute of the voice element. So the correct answer is option B, the effect attribute of the voice element.